When I saw this news clip, I thought, oh, we have to join RFK. Let's have a watch.
Terry Kennedy, tell me why it's an important cause for you to champion.
I've been an animal welfare advocate my whole life. And we have this unusual confluence right now at HHS where all the major agency heads, sub-agency heads, are all deeply committed to ending animal experimentation. And what we found, we've done internal studies now that show that the predictivity of animal model is very, very poor for human health outcomes. There's much more efficient ways of predicting human health outcomes.
Hello, legal-minded friends. Well, that little clip is from Fox News, and you can watch the full interview. And I've left a link in the top right-hand corner, so check that out. So when I saw that clip, I thought, what the heck is UK doing about this? And then I noticed this petition on the Parliament UK website. This, you may not know, there was over 2.5 million animals in 2023 that were used for the first time in scientific procedures. That includes 2,477 dogs, and research showed that they were breeding them in-house in bleak conditions and in cruel ways to test experimental drugs in medical research to see if they are safe for humans. And if you notice on this, you will see that, they're saying on our petition, they're saying that 90% of drugs that appear safe and ineffective in animals do not go on to receive FDA USA approval. And I think that's what Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was discussing, that there are alternative ways. So how can all this be legal? Well, if you think it shouldn't be legal, you can sign this petition to end this cruelty. This could be a concern. In the UK, there is a legal requirement for using 2 species, such as rats or mice or non-rodent species, usually a dog, pig, or monkey, in regulatory research, using the most relevant for whatever they're testing. And a group was set up to review the use of 2 species in regulatory toxicology studies. I have left a link below if you want to see their progress. On the flip side, Harvard Medical School has an article highlighting what are the alternatives to animal research, such as human volunteers, human tissue, blood samples from the same animal instead of adding more animals, and studying cells as well as computer models. So check out that article. I've also left it below. If you are living in the UK, so you don't have to be a citizen to sign it, you just have to be living in the UK. Or if you're a citizen living overseas in another country, you can sign this petition. And I've left a link in the description area below. So when you open it up, it will just ask you a few questions, and then you can continue. So after you sign it, they will ask you to confirm your email, and when you do, it brings you back to this site, lets you know how many signatures there are, and it just says we've added your signature to the petition. So it will ask for your email address and your postal code. So let me just let you know a little bit about how these petitions work. So once they reach 10,000, they get a response from the government. And when they reach 100,000 signatures, this petition will be considered for debate in Parliament. And I'll let you read this yourself, but because it reached over 10,000 signatures, the government did respond, and this was given on the 13th of November 2025. The use of animals for development products for human use remains necessary. The government, therefore, does not agree to end testing on dogs and other animals for testing and research purposes. So yeah, that shocked me a little bit. But when you click, you can read a little bit more about the details and, you know, what's happening. But basically, they are phasing out certain things. So I'll let you read that on your own if you're interested. And the other thing I wanted to tell you is when it ends. So it ends in April. Just a minute, let me get that for you. There is a deadline for signatures, and it's the 30th of April, 2026. So be sure to share it. You can share it on Facebook, X, email, and WhatsApp. Isn't that great? So at the beginning of this video, when I played that little clip from Fox News, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was talking about the alternative ways to doing, you know, scientific experiments without using animals. So I did some further research, and in USA, there is a group of doctors who applaud the commitment by RFK to replacing animal experiments, and they've proposed 5 priorities for 2026. So I will leave a link below to their article in the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. And let me leave you with a little sneaky peek at one of their proposals. They're encouraging to stop funding experiments on dogs, and I think the President of the United States just made a bill about that. You can do some research, but I've seen that. And they're highlighting changes already that are happening. You can pause to read, but these doctors are committed to human-based research methods and are eager to work with Kennedy and left their contact information. Now, I'm wondering if they would be willing to work with somebody in the UK, because, like I said, once this petition in the UK reaches 100,000, it will be debated in Parliament. And yeah, why not make it a worldwide thing if we can, right? So let's see, maybe they're willing to share some of their research in the UK with leaders wanting to make the change. So I hope you share this information, because I was a little thrown back reading the UK government's response. So I think it's really important to show you what the government's plan is. Here's their response, and if we read it and we go down to what the plan is, we see it right there. The strategy includes a target that aims to reduce validated alternative methods to reduce the use of dogs and non-human primates in dedicated PK studies for human medicines by at least 35% by 2030. The strategy also sets a target to aim to use validated alternative methods to reduce the use of non-human primates and dogs in dedicated cardiovascular safety studies by 50%. So this in 2030. So this is in no way, stopping this. This is just reducing it, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's why it's so important to sign. So let's get this petition up to more than 100,000 and let the UK government know how we feel. And look at Ziggy. Doesn't he look like he's saying, "What you waiting for? Aren't you going to protect all my little friends?" I'm Karen Cole from Legal Minded Friends Uncensored. On this channel, you'll find a variety of playlists to suit every curiosity about the justice system. And we provide you with a visual to information and the process. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out our other videos on animal and pet matters.